Why, hello, everyone. How's it going? I started very weird on purpose. It's fun that way. Okay, hello. There's some new people in here. I think it's because of the drama. Janet and Spooky Cougar. Well, thank you for sharing it around. I very much appreciate that. It seems like some of you guys already know what's going on here, but there's going to be some that don't know, I'm sure. And out of curiosity, are you sharing it right now, Joe, on yours? Oh, yeah, I see it. I see like it has a link thing on it. Cool. Looks like it's showing from different points of view now. Hello, Weeping Willow Paranormal. Hello, Koala. How's it going? You guys are all awesome. Michael. Oh, that was a while ago when you messaged there. So there we go. Share Bear. That's funny because we've called my stepmom that name because her name's Cher. Hello, everyone. Okay. Corey's like, I said to Corey, we are on now, and he's like, "But come on, devil, I'm logging in."
I got popcorn.
This is a popcorn worthy thing right here. Okay, it's definitely intriguing, weird, and it's a little cuckoo-ness coming along here that you guys be seeing. And Corey has some new information that apparently to tell everyone too. But we're going to talk about Brian's first. Here's the thing. There's a lot of things that have been happening lately, and it's not very good. Okay, guys, it's not good at all. I was staying quiet for a little bit. Then I started digging into the things that people were talking about the place. Then I started being a little bit open about it because I was like, this isn't right. This is very against that. I'm a very big believer in justice. There should be justice that should be served. And this person that is the current owner of the Conjuring House is just screwing people over left and right. And this, I'm not a doctor, but I also think she has mental issues. This is my point of view, but
well, I mean, we'll get there.
Mm-hmm. We'll get there. Don't worry. So this is Brian, by the way, guys.
Hello, everyone.
He's been through some things. He's one of the only, actually, I believe, at the time, full-time workers at the Conjuring House. I like to call it the Harrisville farmhouse, but yeah, the Conjuring House. And so,
usually,
you call it what?
The farm.
Oh, the fob. Forward operating base.
No farm.
Okay. Sorry, I heard the military word fob.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so hello, Exploring Harley. Hello, Sabra. Hello, Janet. I said hello to Janet already. Sorry. Anyway, there's a lot of people coming in. A lot of you guys, 42 of you watching from both live streams. We're doing it on both live streams because we're trying to get this out there. This isn't about Joe and I. This is about the people that are being affected here. So we are trying to spread this out as much as possible. And so more people that share their live streams onto their channels, the better. So yeah. So whoever joins in is Side Eye Guy still coming on? And so
later. Yeah,
okay.
Later he will be.
So Corey and also Side Eye Guy will be on here. One second, I'm messaging Corey back.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, don't worry. He's going to defend you, man. He's going to defend you.
The Marines are coming in.
Yeah, the Marines are coming in. Have your back.
First in, last out.
So anyway, yeah, so we have a lot going on. Would you like to go into your story a bit? I know that this was mentioned on your Facebook page and Jason Hawes talked about it, but if you want to talk about it right here, that would be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just for the people that don't know what's going on.
Yeah, so my name is Brian Dansereau. I've worked at the Conjuring House since 2021 with Corey, Jen, and everybody else doing tours and such. I stayed on board with Jacqueline Nunez when she purchased the property in 2022. And up until recent times, I've just been doing tours and working here and there as caretaker, part-time hours and such. So in April, she begged and pleaded for me to come on board full time. And I had so much concern and trepidation about it because we as a group had seen her go into a plummet a couple other times before. And we literally tried to maintain everything as best we could. One of the things we discussed was that point. And she had assured me that I was going to have means of making sure staff members got paid if she ever wasn't available, as we'll say, or make sure that everything was paid for, the merch was getting ordered, and the basic grounds were maintained. And with that assurance, and obviously, let's not lie, the amount of money she was offering me, it made sense for me to go to a place that I loved because I love the house, I love the spirits, I love the group of people I worked with, and I wanted to try to salvage some of the legacy that Corey and Jen actually had created there. And how'd that work out for me? So I committed to it and I put my blood, sweat, and tears into it. She was supposed to be paying me full time. It was agreed upon well beforehand. Payroll, taxes. I was really specific about everything. And it was agreed upon. Next thing you know, I'm being told I have to use a Gusto app. And so I really have a lot of doubts about this, but I'm sending out my protected information, my social security number, all of my banking and everything else like you would on board to any other company. And she said she received it. She activates it. Day comes. I don't get paid. Next thing you know, hey, someone hacked into my phone and went just to that app and deleted all your stuff. So now here's a check. And so she paid me with paper checks twice. And she did not pay me one whole 2-week pay period. When I asked her about it, she just would look blankly at me and walk away. And then the final 3 weeks, she hasn't paid me for. My payday was actually July 12th. I never got paid, or July 8th, actually. I never got paid. And we went through this Friday. This Friday, I'm working. We had been deep cleaning the whole house all week. Me and a couple other staff members that are caretakers. I mean, from ceiling to floor, cobwebs gone, the basement vacuumed. We made the house look beautiful. And Friday, she comes in and just blankly looks at me while I'm in the merch room and said, someone's been stealing from the drawer. I'm like, no one has. She stares at me, doesn't say a thing, and just oddly walks out the door like in a trance towards the 5 where the 7 soldiers' graves are, allegedly. That being said, she's sitting there. I talked to staff members about a couple other duties because we have a tour coming in. And I go see her. And as I walk up to her, she just puts her hand out and says, I've been speaking to John Arnold and the other voices in my head, and they've told me that you've stolen from me. And it was initially $1,000 to be exact. And I want you to put it in my hand now. And I'm like, Jacqueline, I would never steal from you. Look at my eyes. I've never been accused of stealing in my life. I was a paramedic for 30 years. I've worked with the Department of Corrections for the past 8. I don't steal.
Whoa.
And blankly walked away. Then she went around the front of the building screaming at me to get off the property, that I was trespassing. When I asked for my last paycheck, which was $9,000, she just said, I'll talk to you later. Get off my property now. I'm not asking you again. So I left. And then I got the text that I sent you guys with a whole load of craziness in it.
Yeah. Corey over here, you guys have done a live stream already talking about some of this stuff on Jason Hawes' channel. And he was the original owner that when I went to the location, and by the way, they were amazing owners, had no problems with them. They were even able to give us like the house just to do our premiere there, which I thought was really cool of him. And it was very expensive to do it. And he did it for like a very, very little bit of money. And just because he was doing it for the house. He was very passionate about that house, I could tell. And he was there for the right reason. And then this person comes along. And I'll be honest, like when I first learned about this person, this is before all the crazy stuff happened. I was like, because of how ridiculously priced everything started to get, and a lot of these other fake channels coming in all of a sudden, I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like this person's in it for the money and probably fame. And so I was like, that was my first thoughts. No, and without just from, cold reading someone by initial reaction. And I was like, okay, well, whatever. Just bad vibes off this person. And then now I'm hearing all this, and I was like, okay, looks like I was right. Gut feeling was right. So, Corey, you want to talk about anything? Because you said that you have some new information about some things that have happened that we don't know about yet. So I thought that was got my curiosity there.
Real quick though, Matt, I am screen sharing what was paid between me and Cassie. I know there were videos made
Oh my God.
from like the price and stuff like that. That is what we paid because we had 2 content creators and there was a +1, but the +1 wasn't able to make it. So you could minus $100 from that total there. But yes, that is exactly how much it costs for us to go in there and investigate. So
yeah,
I just want to put that out there so people can see like the actual number. Yeah.
And here's the thing about that. Like when you start charging just for being a YouTuber, I don't understand that personally at all. Especially for small YouTubers, maybe a little bit for like the millions and millions, I guess, maybe a little bit, but for the ones that are like small YouTubers that don't make really any money at all, I'm like, come on now. I'm like, that's ridiculous. Like I don't understand. But anyway, what would you like to say, Corey, about this whole situation?
Oh, you don't want to know what I have to say.
I do. Guess what? On my channel, there is no censorship on my channel.
I mean, never in a million years would I think something like this would happen. And, to be honest with you, Jen and I, we feel horrible because we handed the keys over to this person. And it's like, and then we actually had to sit down and put this fake smile on and say, she's the right person for this house, and knowing we were lying to people, but it's like,
for the business. Yeah.
And we've gotten so much hate mail and stuff like that. Like, well, if it was so bad, why did you stick around? I'm like, that's what you motherfuckers don't understand. I'm like, it's not about my pride. It's about the community. It's about the house. It's about the spirits. And until you're put in that position, you'll never understand. So,
Absolutely.
To those people, they can go fuck themselves for all I care, because they're never going to be put in that position. Like you guys were saying, it was all about having fun, learning stuff, learning from each other and stuff, and seeing what was really going on there. It was a lucky thing that we were able to find it. And we took a chance on it. We didn't know whether it was haunted or not. We just had stories, and
the hospitality that these guys gave, by the way, was amazing. Like it was, usually they didn't like let people stay there for like during the daytimes too, but we really wanted to film a documentary, and he did that for us, and I thought that was really cool of him. This is like during when 2020 and the beginning of COVID and everything just started too. Everything started shutting down while we were there. It was a weird situation.
Yeah.
But
no,
yeah.
the stuff I was going to talk about that I was like texting you back and forth. Honestly, that's for the person that it's happening to, that it just happened to. So you're talking about another victim, past Brian.
Oh my God.
Exactly. So that's going to be their story. And, that's not my story to tell, but it just keeps going. And it's like, everybody's the suspect. What the frig is going on? At what point does somebody actually stop and say, okay, time out? And a lot of people are connecting the dots, and they're like, I think I know what's going on. And it's like, okay, thank you. because we have to tiptoe around to not really, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's like, and it's sad. It's sad because our lawyers are like, look, if you're telling the truth, go for it. But it's what people don't understand is, yeah, I can go to court, but everything comes out of my pocket. And is that really worth it? Pay 10 grand to get a lawyer, to hire a lawyer to send out emails and stuff like that. And the thing is everybody's like, well, if you're going to be found not guilty, they'll have to pay your legal fees. It doesn't work like that. Not in a civil case. You're lucky if it works that way. So it's like, do you just have 10 grand you just want to throw away to it? And it's like, not really. But
when it comes to the whole situation, and I know it comes out of your own pocket, what if so first off, I want to mention this. Brian over here have had medical issues. You said this in your video, so this is why I'm saying this. Sorry. I didn't
Matt,
want to put you out there like that.
Matt,
so
real quick, Matt.
Yeah.
I have a link request that I need to send somebody. Can you send the StreamYard link to my phone number?
Oh, yeah, sure. So basically, he is having issues paying for his medical things now because she's not paying him. And he, like he said, he got away from his long-term job that he had just to do this. And now she owes him like $9,000, you said?
Yeah.
And that's ridiculous. And so we actually have the GoFundMe link in the description box right now. Actually, I even put it in the chat. If anyone wants to help him out in this situation, that'd be awesome. I wanted to try and help him out a little bit because it's a very shitty situation, all based off of, in my opinion.
Yeah, like my next co payment for my health insurance is August 1st, $800. It's like she does not care. She literally just posted a posting saying she doesn't care.
Yeah, it's a problem. And so I'm gonna get that link real quick for Joe, and then I'm gonna get the link for the GoFundMe real quick. I guess copy.
So apparently she posted something under your video.
Yes. No. She posted something, I think, on Facebook.
Yeah, under Brian's video. Under Brian's video, I'm being told.
Oh, under Brian's video.
Oh, it's under my video? Okay. I didn't know where it was from.
She wants to play games.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know what's funny about that whole situation? She literally doesn't realize how crazy she sounds. It's just funny because she is. So, in my opinion. And so, anyway, in
my opinion,
I had to do that for legality reasons. And so, when it comes to the situation, I could show. We have receipts. We have receipts on this.
Absolutely.
By the way. And he gave me permission to share those things. I'm going to download these. I literally just got home, so I'm going to download these onto my computer real quick. But yeah, if you guys want to talk about anything else, definitely do that if you like. But yeah, she's now going out. Okay,
I think right now she's down to maybe 1 or 2 staff members. I've been getting texts all night. One of my close friends that actually came on board with me when I went full time, I brought her on board, received a text from her offering her full time to help her with her staffing issues. And she responded back, actually take me off the schedule, I'm done. And it was just lovely how she did it.
Yeah. Okay, I want to share the screen right now. So this is oh wait.
Yeah, that's what we said. But she took it down off Facebook. Oh, she took it. Did anybody get a screenshot?
Yes, we got screenshots.
Oh yeah.
Don't worry.
Damn you kids. Oh.
We got the screenshots.
I didn't post that. Oh, really?
I think you're lying.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut part of this just because of legality reasons. So let me fix that real quick.
So when last March when we went to the Conjuring House, we met Brian and gave us the tour, things like that. I had already been there before, obviously. But there were some things that Brian had told us that I had no clue what they used to build the house, for example, and other materials and just some other things. I'm like, holy crap. It was awesome. And the information that he was telling us, it wasn't when it came to the history, it wasn't like over the top or even really the hauntings, to be honest. It wasn't anything over the top or anything like that. I know one of our guys, the side-eye guy, he's funny. He's such an asshole, but he's funny. But anyways, he's, straight up asked about, the Bathsheba Sherman thing is, do the tour guides tell people who come there that story isn't true? And Brian said, well, I tell him it's not true, because he did tell us, hey, this whole thing with Bathsheba Sherman, no, didn't happen.
Exactly.
Okay, so here we go. I'm going to share the screen now. I made the cuts just for legality reasons. I'm not trying to I'm not going to give her any ammo. Okay, so here's the image. I laughed pretty hard when I read this. So this is the text message that he got out of nowhere, out of the blue. So it says, Brian, John Arnold of the Conjuring House is who told me about the betrayal of me and my business. If you slander me on the Conjuring House, I will go public with the evidence that I have of how exactly you betrayed me and the Conjuring House.
Yes, please
ever contact me.
You can't make this shit up, man.
Yeah, I know.
No, really cannot.
This is hilarious, guys. Don't you ever contact any of the staff. You are no longer part of this business, and you are not entitled to any pay since John Arnold, guys, the one that's dead from
been
the
dead for like
1800s,
200 years. Yeah.
informed me that you have stolen over $3,000 from the cash box. And then this is when I laughed, is when he said, John Arnold told you? The man who died in the 1800s? You can't make this shit up. This is like a reality TV show right here, guys.
It should be.
And then she says, to clarify it, yes, Brian, spirits communicate with us here. He has told me many things since I bought the property and business in May of 2022. It's weird that she put a date in it. Don't fuck with me or I'll fuck with you. You are a liar, Brian. I gave you a great opportunity. You would have made 100,000 a year because of my generosity. Your ego became inflated and you abused your position. I will never refer you to any business whatsoever. If you try to hurt me more than you already have, and you know what I'm talking about. This is all starting because of voices in her head saying that John Arnold did this. Okay, this is not with a device. This is with her own thoughts. Like someone told her psychically, apparently.
She hasn't used dowsing rods in months. The last time I saw her use dowsing rods was way back. Now it's just full blown. She has them.
Oh, yeah. Who needs dowsing rods when they can just talk to you in your head?
Yeah, exactly. Kind of like the Amityville. Hopefully it doesn't go that far. Well, okay. And then we got this one. So this is her basically saying it to a group chat, I'm guessing.
Yeah, to the staff members.
Yeah, to all the staff members. Hello, everyone. I had to fire Brian today. I was informed by John Arnold. Oh my God, it makes me laugh that she still is going with that. The Conjuring House, that he has stolen over $3,000 from the cash box since working here. This isn't the first time that the beings have told me of some betrayal from a staff member. I'm sorry, it's hard to read this with a straight face. Please do not engage with him. I was also told that he is part of a group of paranormal people who have been psychically abusing me and others since November. Oh my God. Kevin,
run, bro. Run.
Kevin, run. Get away. Kevin will help handle the hiring of a new caretaker. I will consider the needs for having a general manager and when to hire someone. Well, by the looks of this, she's going to lose pretty much all of her staff pretty soon. Either her mental issues are going to lead to that, or people are going to see what's happening and they're going to leave.
But on a serious note, a really, really serious note, the one thing I am absolutely concerned about is if John Arnold tells her to do something horrible, inconceivable, she theoretically would do it.
Yeah, that's exactly what actually Corey and I were talking about earlier.
DeFeo did it.
Yeah, and
I mean,
like,
it didn't
kind of like
help him in
Amityville.
court, but
yeah, I had a I believe, who was it with? Somebody. Maybe it was with Dawn or somebody else. Where I'm like, I'm not going to say it in case she sees this, but I'm afraid that she's going to do something, and the house is gone.
Yeah,
oh my God.
You never know with anything. It's just right now with everything that I've seen and literally everything that I've experienced since May 2022, the sky's the limit as to where this could land. You never really understand or know until you've actually been involved in it so closely.
Yeah.
What pisses me off is like, we gave her the time of day. We did everything we could to make her successful. And she just basically went on her own path. Like she would ask opinions. We'd give her like, hey, this is what I think. All right. And then
Thank you, Josh.
Thank you.
You know.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I have ADHD. I forgot to send in that link in the chat.
Somebody did post that link.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much for doing that. Sorry about that. Oh wow.
True. I mean, Corey's got a huge point with that because quite literally, she could read How to Be a Cult Leader on Netflix, and I'm not even exaggerating because the way she holds the house and the spirits over you, it's just because that's our passion. We love that house, we love the farm, and we love the spirits there as well as the guests. And that's what she holds over all of us as far as if you're here, this is what you're going to deal with.
Yes.
She told me that once I sent in my resignation and we went back and forth, she was like, well, it's good you're leaving because you were exactly the negative energy that needed to be cast from the house, blah, 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 blah. She's like, we've been getting, disembodied voices, this, that, and the other. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure we've been doing that for 3 years, but,
Here's the thing about
even
the communication thing. Even if it wasn't psychically, if it had to do with the equipment, never take your equipment to to face value because there's so much that could be wrong about that. And it's insane. Like, go try and take that to court. I dare you.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, what Brian's sitting on is a gold mine. The dead guy told me he stole money.
I really want you guys to go on Judge Judy and solve this case.
I mean, all of us.
It's like a reality show. I swear to God, it's that crazy.
Legit. I mean, Netflix could reach out to all of us and for all of our experiences, and it could be a docuseries because there is so much that we're still not talking about because we're just talking about the most recent insanity, for lack of a better way of saying it.
Oh, but wait, it gets so much better now, and we're just gonna wait for that part to come out. And I wish I could tell you. I wish Brian could tell you, but it's like that's somebody's personal story, and I'm gonna let them tell it because who better to tell it than the one it happened to?
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with that.
I
and
totally
on top of that, I think here's another thing. There's two things we can do here. So we can make a video about everyone's personal experience, cut it up to where you keep it to where it's engaging for people to watch, and then we'll make it into a GoFundMe to actually go to court with this person. I think would be a good option. So raising money for the court process, because I know going to the court and everything is expensive. Any legality stuff is usually is. So I think that is something we can definitely try out if you want to do that.
Now, did you sign a social media agreement on this? Just trying to cover my bases here.
He's having flashbacks, folks.
I'm telling you, wow, just unbelievable. And then having to, like, you know, she couldn't fathom why when we owned it, we didn't babysit people with their videos, and it's like, it's their freedom. It's their freedom of, you know, freedom of speech. You know, if that's what they get, that's what they get. You know, and she tried to stop us from giving our personal experiences during the tour, which people loved hearing about. You know, what our theories were. We never said it's fact, because there's no fact in science. There's no science to what we do. Everything's based on theory.
Exactly.
So It's like, you know, I'm not giving it as a fact, but I'm wholeheartedly all in on the whole. I believe it's remnants of the King Philip's War. Stigmatize the ground, because there's other buildings being affected on Round Top Road.
Okay.
And she went as far as to try to shut me down on that, because she didn't want other haunted houses on Round Top Road. It was only the Conjuring House. And I'm like, oh no, they got crazier stuff going on that I can't take care of, because I'm here. I have to outsource it to other paranormal teams. So it's like, it just goes to show you, you know, hey, the ground's stigmatized from, you know, what's been going on here. And it kind of pisses me off, because Jamie Rubio went on, was it Seg's friggin'?
Yeah.
And she was saying, you know, oh, the King Philip's War wasn't fought here. It was fought there. She was trying to narrow it down to a specific battle. There wasn't a specific battle fought there.
Exactly.
There was the war was fought all over Rhode Island. But yet she's trying to narrow it down to, oh, it was fought right here on this property. No, oh God, no. You know, people don't understand. They think they do the research correctly, but they're not. They just jump into a conclusion. Now, does she have a lot of good points? Absolutely. However, not with that. And that's what aggravates me, because it's like, so you're throwing out a total, which kind of makes sense, even though it's a theory, but you're just going to throw it out because you think the battle was fought here.
You know, I think John Arnold's telling me to make the GoFundMe page.
I think he's screaming for help.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things, like, every one of us, even the ones that left us recently as just a couple of hours ago, it's not because of lack of support for anyone else that left before them. It's literally for the love of the freaking house and for the spirits themselves. It's like each person is trying to be the last person off the ship because they don't want to abandon the house.
No.
It's scary. No, and Brian's right. People, and it scares me that people want to hold on to something like that and try to be the, I won't say the hero, for lack of better words. They want to be there. God damn it. What's he doing?
We got Jason.
There he is.
Hello there, Jason.
It's that guy.
I've never got to speak to you, Jason. Hello, Jason.
Hey, how are you, man?
It's nice to meet you. I've definitely watched a lot of your work over the years.
Well, thank you. And Brian, it's nice to finally meet you as well, man.
Same here.
Corey, you still suck, but still.
It is what it is.
No, but yeah, no, it's great to put, finally meet you, Brian. Like I said in the video, you and I have never met. We've never talked or anything. So, And just seeing, I don't know if you guys recently saw what Jacqueline from the Conjuring House just posted on the Conjuring Facebook page and on your video on your Facebook page. And oh yeah, I mean it's just a horrible, horrible individual. She really is. And again, accusing you of stealing, and then also claiming that only shitty people go and make GoFundMe pages and stuff like that.
Wow.
So, oh yeah, yeah.
Real quick, chat. Be respectful.
What's going on?
This is about nothing. I'm just heads up. Or early warning.
Okay.
Be respectful. This is not about anything else except what we are talking about. So I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah, there's been a lot of things. So I just finally put my foot down. And I was like, I cannot be quiet about this anymore, because I have some friends that are being affected here, and it's not cool. There needs to be some kind of justice. And I think, in my opinion, I think we should start a GoFundMe and go through some court proceedings, because I know it's very expensive to do all that. And so I was thinking about maybe, I don't know, whoever's going to be doing it, going through that process. I don't know who, but definitely someone that's being affected, and I think could be directly funded to that person. And so,
absolutely, because of course you want it to be right. You don't want any questions about that. But Joe, I just sent you the screenshot of the image. I don't know if you can share it, but just what she had
can share it.
Yeah, she had just posted it under Brian's video, and then she kind of edited it and went back and changed a few things. But I mean, it's still, the basis is still there.
She's blocking messages now too.
She is.
Oh, yeah. I think I was blocked. Actually, I think I was blocked from the Conjuring House.
Well, here's another thing. So I'm not going to put names, but other people besides Brian just are done. They left. People are showing up, waiting outside. They can't get in because of this. And she just takes off, disappears. So these people are paying money to investigate a location, paying outrageous sums of money to investigate a location that, to be honest with you, these people need to know that they probably shouldn't, because they might show up and nobody's there to allow them in. And then they need to figure out how to get their money back. So I think it's just at the point where people just need to cut all ties and do what's been going viral. I mean, the whole boycott Conjuring House, I mean, it's out there. And this person's done this to themselves. And it sucks, Corey, because I know you guys, you and your wife, Jen, you guys are wonderful. I've known you for years, and you guys put so much time and effort and love into the place. And I saw what you were saying earlier about, you turned the keys over to her. It's not your fault. Of course, you guys are kind of pushed into a predicament anyways, but the fact of the matter is you don't know somebody or somebody's true intentions until that situation. And sometimes it's just too late.
Time will show everything. Here we are. So I got the image now. Hold on, I'm trying to full screen it for you guys. Okay, says, hello everyone. I had to fire Brian today. I was informed, but wait, no, that's the wrong one.
Yeah, that's right. I was gonna say
that's the one I already read. Whoops, sorry guys.
Wait a minute.
That's the one I already read. Okay, sorry. This is the one. Says the Conjuring House. You stole $3,000 from the Conjuring House. It speaks for itself. The fact that you are starting a GoFundMe page is laughable. Tell the Conjuring House what laws we broke by firing someone who stood up to make $100,000 per year as a VP of operations if he had only not stolen our money from merchandise sales. Here's the thing. I want to make this clear, guys. There's a camera on that. I was told that there's a camera on that, right?
Absolutely, there is.
And that will be the evidence you need. And if she doesn't even want to look at it, come on now. This is all coming from John Arnold, guys. Okay. That's dead from the 1800s. So, my. Okay. Do not contribute to his GoFundMe page. I don't care what you think about the owner of the Conjuring House. He has no legal leg to stand on, so he's just looking to pay his rent and feed himself.
She just referred to herself in third person.
Yes.
Exactly. First or third person, but yeah, I need to feed myself.
I
And
don't
on
care
top of
what you
that-
think about the owner of the Conjuring House.
And on top of that, he even said it and stated in his video that he has to take care of some medical stuff with his heart, and he needs money for that. And so, yeah, she's just basically trying to make him look bad as much as possible. This is what happens to shitty lying people. You lose your jobs, and then you go start GoFundMe pages. I can think of a couple of other paranormal losers, but I won't name the names. Oh yeah, you will.
I'm going to assume it's me because I'm sure that you some of you have heard that I'm supposedly public enemy number one.
Well, makes sense. You're
bad
probably
man,
one of the more popular ones.
Yeah, you actually are.
It's good that you're putting this. It's good that you have a platform, Jason. So that's good. You're putting this out there. You have the biggest platform out of all of us. So I think that's good that you're doing this, trying to fight the right fight. So
I'm sorry, Matt. Do you know who I am? No, I'm
oh
kidding.
my God. By the way, voices in one's head. Oh, so this confirms it. This confirms it, guys. It's in her head. It's not with devices either.
Right.
By the way, voices in one's head is called mediumistic. That's a word. Skills. You're pathetic, and it underscores that I made the right decision because John Arnold has told me of other people doing unethical things, but yours was by far the most egregious. Sorry.
Come on, Marine.
I know I'm a Marine. Okay, sorry. I can't read for shit.
Well, so real quick, I want to
Man.
also point out too, because somebody had said something about it in the chat. We're not making fun of anybody with any kind of mental illnesses.
Oh.
We're laughing because it just doesn't seem real. Like we're like in some like weird like screwed up movie of some kind. Like it's bizarre.
This is so surreal to me, and that this is all happening to me just boggles my mind that I'm in this situation. And then with the continued nonsense in the attacks, and I'm a loser, and I'm trying to feed myself, and that's a bad thing. It's like, girl, you left me high and dry. I got to pay $800 health insurance by August 1st. You did this to me. You didn't provide me with health insurance like you promised you would.
Yeah, it's just it's horrible, and that's why I had Corey and Jen and everybody on, because first off I wanted people to be able to defend themselves. Corey really never used Facebook much, and just the fact that she has a platform to get it out there, they have no way to defend themselves. And then of course when I heard about Brian, I wanted to post quickly and just be like, get this out there because the truth needs to be known, because I knew she was going to start publicly attacking him, and she was going to try to remove the thing from Facebook and all that. So I'm happy everybody was able to get video screenshots of it for your own defense. And I've had a ton of people reach out to me, Brian, just saying you need to contact the Rhode Island Labor Board, that they actually have attorneys that they'll give to you.
Exactly. I got a really good number tonight from Satori, and tomorrow I'm going over and trying to get as much of this part resolved as I can. I've got the pay stubs, the checks to prove it. It's like insane.
Yeah. So, and I think people just need to also dive deep into the her LLCs and see what other things that we don't know, because I think it comes down I don't think this just started rapidly. I think that this is probably something that has been going on through different parts for years. It's just now it's made its move over to the Conjuring. So, I mean, I think people need to really start investigating and really diving deep into the history of Jacqueline Nunez.
Yes, totally agree.
Better yet, let's actually have her test her psychic abilities with Kenny. I'd love to see her. Like, if she is that, like, if she can fire a person that she's given all these benefits and $100,000 and stuff like that, based off the voices that she's hearing, she should be able to prove it.
Well, yeah.
Here's the thing.
I think the bigger concern are, well, first off, I think she's down to like no employees, but the biggest concern is for the safety of anybody working or people staying at the Conjuring House. Because if she needs assistance this bad, you need to take into consideration of the safety of the individuals who are working there, who are trying to help her out, and also the people who are renting, who are going there, possibly being under the same roof that she's under. I mean, I think those factors come into play, and that's my biggest concern. And Joe, we were talking about that earlier. That's the concern, is the safety of those people. It's like you can try to help her. People have numerous, I know Corey, you, and as well as Tori, Cody, and endless people. But no matter what, she won't take the help, and she's not open to it. So now comes the situation where we need to worry about the others that she can still affect.
Here's another thing, like the whole like mediumship thing. Like I said earlier, paranormal should be held at face value for, even if you believe in it a lot. It is not evidence. It will never work in court. It's just stupid in my opinion. So it's just, the whole thing's just ridiculous. You should never fire someone over a belief without any factual evidence. That doesn't make any sense.
When you have the factual evidence, but you won't look at it because you want to take the word.
Exactly. You have the DVR camera. You have the DVR camera.
You have everything right there. I even say go back from even before me if you want and look at it all the way through. Nope. Just walked away staring blankly into the sky.
Yeah. Well, guys, I'm going to let you guys finish your talk. I got some stuff I got to get to, but I wanted to come on, say hi, say hello to you, Bri, because
thank you so much.
No, man, I'm happy to assist in any way. If I can use my platform to get the word out to help you all out, that's all that matters to me. But just know, Corey, it's good seeing you, man. We'll talk soon. Joe, pleasure. Matt, it's nice to meet you. You guys have a great night.
Nice to meet you too.
Good night.
Thanks, Jason.
If you need me.
All right.
Well, God, that guy just shows up out of nowhere.
He has all the links.
It's my fault. I'm sorry.
Tapped to the mainframe. He just like hacked in. I'm just kidding.
That's what Jacqueline should be worried about.
Yeah.
Jay, yeah, that's the thing, Jay. He's basically left it open like that, and
yeah,
that was what was nice about the platform he gave us. Because I'll be honest, I was scared shitless. So wasn't Jen. Everybody that was in there was scared shitless because they're like, we don't have the means of fighting this, because she's a sue happy person. I don't care. I'll say it. And everybody was worried about it. So Jay was like, just let me lead the talk. And if you're comfortable answering something, answer it. If not, so.
Real quick, Jessica, you can go to Jason Haas's YouTube channel. He did a live with a bunch of people, including Corey, who's here with us. And I believe that question was answered on his live stream.
Yeah. If they want to tell their story on here, they can if they want. So I don't know who is in contact with them. I could somehow send a private link to them if they want to come on here and express their story, because this is about everyone's story on this person. So
we can't speak for anyone else, either though who's not here, who was on that live stream. That's not our right to do that.
Yes. And the GoFundMe for Brian is in the description box. I saw that question again. It's in the description box, and it's just to help for his medical stuff. But I am thinking about making another GoFundMe in the future for whoever wants to actually, like Corey, if you want to. If we could raise enough money, do you think you would start doing some legality stuff at all?
You don't want me in court, man. I'll be the first one to get thrown out.
Hey, I'm just like, maybe if there's no one that wants to do it, we could start that GoFundMe and make that.
What's another lawsuit for me? I mean, I've been threatened with it. I'll say that much.
Here's the thing. It needs to be one of the victims, though. It can't be like Joe, because nothing happened to him in that aspect yet. So unless you go work for her, Joe, then you which I doubt will happen now, since we're making these videos.
I've had my share of crazy. No, thank you.
Too much crazy. You're like an inside operation.
Go ahead, Matt. I have
So
to put something in here real quick.
being shared to a few places. Yes. Yeah. So if see Cody and stories in here, if you guys want to come on here and give your guys a story at all, you guys can. I think, yeah, actually I could send it on Instagram.
But you know, if they choose to do so, please be respectful.
Yeah. No, that there's no they can say whatever they want. Once on this panel,
No, not on the panel. I'm talking chat.
Okay.
There's no stopping Corey.
Yeah, I am very big about freedom of speech here. Okay.
Yeah, so am I.
Whatever
But,
the hell you want.
you know,
But,
I want to keep things, you know.
Wait, actually, I think I have them on Facebook. Let me see. Satori, I think actually.
I think.
Yep.
I believe. I
Okay,
do.
actually, I'm sending to your Facebook page for Satori. If you guys want to come on, it's your choice.
They might want to come on. I mean, there was a lot of things because I know when we were on Jay's show. Oh,
they're going through crazy hair day. I mean, she is.
Because there were some things that we weren't able to touch on during Jay's live stream because it just.
You guys don't even have to show video. You could just do audio if you want. That's what Crow does all the time. Crow in the chat right there. I see him.
Well, Crow has to wear a mask. He's too damn sexy for YouTube.
They'll stop everything. It's just too much. There's a lot of new people in my chat. I think it's just because of the situation.
Brian, at what point did you start to realize something was off?
She does this thing where she's in around the house over the weekend, and she usually heads back to Boston Sunday nights, Mondays until like Thursday or Friday or so. So there were times when I wouldn't see her or be able to reach her, but the past week and a half, right after that post, if you will, whatever you want to call that thing she put up, she was fine. And then I was driving home and I get a call from her saying, "Hey, I'm going to be posting on Facebook. Just understand there's a method behind my madness." And I was like, "Okay," and I hung up. And before you know it, 5 minutes later, my telephone explodes with texts, phone calls, you name it, from what she had posted. And even I was like, what in the hell? And from there, it almost seemed like it's when it started really cascading quickly. And within a week of that, she took down a post, obviously, but within 3 days of taking that down, that's when she went further with what she did with me.
I'm actually curious about Corey's point of view after selling the house to her. When did you start to notice things that was giving red flags?
I mean, I didn't start working there until my daughter got done. When Maddie got done, because she was getting married, I want to say in August of 22. No,
23, right?
23. Yeah, August of 23.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And that's when I started to, I would go down there for like a weekend or something like that, and everything was fine. But then, it started to the way there was just no method to her madness. She was changing prices for certain people, certain individuals. And she's like, well, they have this many YouTubers. And I'm like, you can't do that. I'm like, that's just not right. But the thing is, it's not my business. It's not, so it was like, Jen would tell me, hey, and I would just bite my lip and just let her do whatever she wanted to do. And then once she started going down the road of playing with her dowsing rods, all bets were off. And the thing is, and I know you're going to probably laugh at me, but I know when I first met you guys, I said there's just something off about the house. There's something off. I don't know what it is, but it's the energy. The more time you spend at that house, the energy messes with you.
Yes.
And I would say, you know, my threshold was 30 days. If I went over 30 days being at that house without a break, go away for a day or two, like I was ready to fight. Like, and it was like palpable. You could, you know, and the thing is she was brand new. She's not even, despite what her bio says on the Conjuring House website, she hasn't been in the paranormal 41 years. She's a paranormal poser for 41 years. I'll tell you that right now. She has no business saying anything about the paranormal field, despite what she thinks she knows. She knows nothing. Even what the spirits are probably telling her, you don't know nothing. And she's like, oh my God, they're talking to me. Yeah, but they're telling you don't know nothing, you know? And we tried to teach her the right ways of doing things. Hey, you know, you only want to do sessions for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you know, just like a spirit box, Estes method, things like that. You don't want to be too immersed in it for too long. She would go out for how long, Brian? Like
hours. Legit, she would be gone for hours to the point of, did something happen to her? And then she would be coming back and she'd be just staring into space, sitting there, nonverbal, all sorts of weird stuff.
Okay, yeah.
It's when she says 40 years, because you know how many investigators were around 40 years ago? Not very many.
So
exactly.
Yeah, I have it's my stepdad's sister, and she's got some stuff going on. And yeah, when you talk about she stares into like space or whatever with my stepdad's sister, she was like that, and you knew she flipped that switch.
Yeah.
Because I was a teenager. She actually stayed at the house, my mom and stepdad's house, because she said that the furnace was like kicking off poison or something like that. And she started stuff with me, like out of nowhere. Oh, you like to hit girls? What huh? You wear your hat backwards. You in a gang? You like to hit girls? They started pushing me, telling me to hit her. And then she had a child named Anna. And she's like, you think it's funny when they put baby Anna in the furnace? Huh? You think that's funny when and I'm like, whoa, like, holy crap. It was scary, like, honestly, because I never experienced something like that before. It was the first time that I experienced something like that.
And now with the business, you've got to try to, and Corey knows, you got to try to time when she's lucid enough. And I don't mean that because of any other reason, when she wants to engage with you, to talk about business or to get something done. And it's always a very narrow window of time. And next thing you know, she's off doing her own thing. But it's happened to me several times. She tells you to do something. When you do it, she did not want you to do it. I never said that and that sort of thing.
I just got to say right now, just want to share this, but the GoFundMe has gone to $2,675.
Oh, that is amazing. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thank you for all your donations, guys. Like, he's going down the hole in like around $9,000 from this place. So like, what you guys are helping out a lot for the situation.
Hugely.
Because apparently this person does not want to pay their employees because voices in their head told them something.
I so want to hear that in court.
I know, me too.
I have to be there to hear how this goes down.
The one thing I can't stand, like, at no point is it ever about, her having any issues upstairs, because the thing is, she's so quick to jump on people with known issues upstairs, like me. I'm very upfront about it. That's why I had to get rid of the house, is because, my PTSD, I couldn't, I was getting in fights. I'd go outside. There'd be 6 people out on the road and I wouldn't even think about it. And I'd go out there and just start start a fight, and Jen would be like, how do you know one of them ain't got a gun? And I'm like, it's just one of those things. But I'm just so wrapped around the axle about, there's somebody coming onto my property at 2:00 in the morning. I don't like that. And
That reminds me.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, it reminds me of the premiere when someone started yelling at us or you when we were playing the documentary on the speakers.
Oh yeah, they're throwing fireworks at us, and I'm like,
I was like, what the
fuck? Are you serious, dude? I'm like, this is how we act? Okay.
We're about to start a fight
Right?
in the back. We're about to get a second show.
Oh, Carl Johnson was ready to throw down. I know that. He's like, you
You
need
know
help
what?
up there? I'm like, no, Carl, just sit down and watch it. Watch the movie.
I'm sorry, I cannot see him. He's so nice. Like, the only thing I could do is see him shaking his hand.
Yeah. You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
How about you? I love
True.
Carl.
Oh, Jesus. Oh God. Yeah, I can't. I'm just picturing it in my head, him doing that. Sorry.
I know the visual.
There's like people that are saying to, like, a little bit ago, they started saying this, start looking at the chat and all that. So if anyone has questions that you want to say to Brian or Corey, just let us know. I'll try and find some questions in here, and that you guys can ask them about the situation. Actually, you could ask them whatever.
Yeah.
So you're gonna definitely put your foot down and pursue this, Brian?
Oh, I'm absolutely going to go to the end of Earth on this one. Because it's personal, and she's making it more personal by some of the horrible things that she's saying. And she doesn't deserve that house. She doesn't deserve the farm.
No, she doesn't.
No, it sucked that Corey and Jen just they were perfect. I thought.
Yeah, they were. They're
They
They
perfect.
still are. They still are.
Also, I want to respond to Cody and Story. They mentioned that they would love to come on another day, maybe with some other staff. So yeah, we could bring more staff on here for another one in the future to give their story, give a voice to these people, because Joe and I have a little bit of an audience, so it could help out a little bit, but Jason would definitely help out the most for sure.
You're better off with Jason than you are.
The famous one.
Oh.
But we did the documentary there. And I'm going to throw this one out there too, because something.
He's trying to sell the documentary right now. What
No,
are you doing?
no, hold on.
It was actually really good, by the way. I do give it 2 thumbs up and recommend it.
Oh,
I mean,
thank
it
you.
was
even
hey,
even your Apple thing said yes.
Exactly.
I mean, it's okay. We only won 24 awards.
Oh my
but-
God! Shut up, Joe.
Yeah, that's the weirdo, because I know he's gonna watch. No, but like, just going in there, it was like, holy crap! Like stepping back into time.
Yes.
And the other thing I want to point out too is that it's over on Matt's channel, Devil's Hours Production, but you guys can, because we were like so freaking transparent reviewing and putting things together.
I literally
guys-
edited the entire documentary live on my channel, by the way. The entire
Go there, because I know there's like people are like, oh, it was fake, whatever. Go, because I mean, everything transparent. There is a reason why I brought that up. Everything is transparent.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was an unreal experience, being there. And I always say too, I've said this many times, the owners make the difference at these locations. They make a difference. And my
They do.
favorite part about being there was Corey and Jen. And then we went back another time, and I had no idea Corey was like, into like guitars and shit like that. I seen a Mesa Boogie amp. I'm like, oh my God, that's my dream amp.
I mean, and if you saw the farm now, it'd break your heart. I haven't been able to cut the grass since the second week in June because she's afraid that the crickets are going to lose their homes. And I brought up, you have campers outside, they're walking in this grass, all these tours. We got to worry about Lyme disease and ticks. And she would just say, no. I got a text as recently as the Monday before I got fired. Can I please cut the grass? No. 3 exclamation points.
There's a question in here. Inside that guy, I think we sent you a link if you want to join. So Ellie says, can you speak on the barn fire and the insurance fraud?
And see, I know the barn fire was determined that it was an accident, spontaneous combustion from
Unless
from
you
the
were having an
rags.
episode. I'm just kidding.
No.
I'm kidding.
And honestly, we got to say, like, from being there, I just want to clear this up for everyone. When we talk about the barn and the fire, it's literally like we lost a family member. It still hurts us. And it happened from an accident. It wasn't anything other than an accident. It happened. I know I've got 5 friends that it happened to.
And again, you can go and watch Jason's live stream, rewatch it. They do talk about that. I don't remember all that was said, and I don't feel like I'm in really the position to dive too much in there, other than it was an accident.
Wait, actually, this is the one I was meant to do. Was Corey strong-armed to sell the house to her?
Yes.
Interesting.
I mean, there's no 2 ways about it. I mean, if you didn't catch it like on Jay's live stream, I mean, what it basically boiled down to was she came in, talked to us, gave us basically an agreement, after we had talked a couple times. And now this agreement was signed just between us. There was no realtors, no lawyers, nothing like that. She came with like, hey, this is what I'd like to do. So this is what I'm presenting. We liked it. We signed it. Now, the thing is that once we signed it, everything started coming to fruition as far as, okay, we started getting her financial documents. We started getting this and that. And things kind of weren't adding up. And we were asking questions. And she was asking for things that were kind of out of the ordinary. Like, we need more time. I need more time to do this. I need more time to do that. And it just wasn't jiving with what we were getting for paperwork. And so finally, it was like, we're not really obligated to this agreement. Our lawyer, the lawyers that worked for the realty company looked at the paperwork and they're like, you're not obligated to that. You can have other people look at the house. You can entertain other investors, if you will, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, okay, well, the next thing you know, we had an awesome offer for somebody that was totally, they would have fit the bill. And we're like, okay. And we wanted to do business with them. The minute we went to sign a purchase and sales agreement with them, there was a lien put on the house. This person decided that she was entitled to it because we signed an agreement, which in the state of Rhode Island wouldn't have been admissible in court. And what she did was very illegal, but it was a civil lawsuit. We had to pay out of our pocket, and our lawyers were straight up with us. And they're like, look, you will win this case, but it's going to get drug out in court because she can appeal and appeal and appeal. You're talking about close to 5 years. And like I said earlier, I was getting in fights. I couldn't be there anymore, and I held on as long as I could. And it killed me because I know how I love the place, but Jenna and Madison adored that place. My daughter went from an intro, she came out of her shell. And, to see her devastated about us having to sell it, that broke my heart. But at the same time, it's like, I got to do what's right for my health and for the family. And, we were like, if she's willing to go to court, do all this and that, she must want the house. She must feel like, you know, she loves it. And, you know, the more and more we talked about it, maybe she could be the right fit. And we talked to her, and honestly, she pulled the wool over our eyes. I mean, she was a wolf in sheep's clothing, you know, because the thing is I can ask you a million questions and you can answer them the right way I want you to answer them, but doesn't do no good if it's not the truth, you know. And that's that's what everybody tells me when I'm like, I feel bad that I sold it to her, and they're like, you did nothing wrong because you didn't know. And I'm like, exactly. That's true.
You didn't know. And she's masterful at manipulation. Like I've seen her do it when she can act like doing some really weird stuff. And when the person of authority comes by, be right back to being who she's supposed to be, responding the way she's supposed to be. And boom, it's like she is really, like I said, she really could have been a cult leader.
Yeah. I just want to say for Investigation 13, I would love to own it, but I feel like it belongs, unless Corey doesn't want it anymore.
I wouldn't. I'll be totally honest with you. Like Jen, I think would take it in a heartbeat. I wouldn't. I think the damage is done. It's like, seriously, every time I drove down there, all I heard was circus music.
Oh yeah.
It's like showing up for a field op at 4 o'clock in the morning, even though the vehicles aren't leaving until noon. It's
that's
serious. What is this? You know,
I think
no sense. Right there.
I think under better ownership, it could get its reputation back. It's really the owner. It is the owner.
Oh yeah,
that's all we're fighting about. We're not talking about the house in general.
No,
it's the owner. That's it. It's a great place. I had an amazing experience there.
What also doesn't help is her allowing people like these YouTubers going in there and making a fucking circus act out of it.
Yeah,
it's like, no, this is not how this house really is. No.
And we believe. Oh God, we let YouTubers in, but every YouTuber we let in, they were always respectful. They didn't run around like a bunch of ass clowns, you know, friggin' falling down the stairs and shit like that. They were always respectful. All right. The ones that she let in, we voiced our opinion because they didn't have anything to do with the paranormal. There were guys that were, it's like, they do jokes. They like jackass stuff, and yet you're letting them in the house. Well, they're paying. Really? Is that what it's about? They're paying. So
the thing is, people that know me, I'm very big about history and keeping that proper, and also I'm very big about the true paranormal research. And I say that because most people on YouTube are not true. They're not doing true paranormal research. They're just entertainment shows. And here's the thing, like that's what I would hold that standard to for the building, but I don't think I could ever even purchase it because I'm pretty sure since how much she paid for it, that's probably about around the amount she's going to want back if she even gives up the business.
She would want more with the money that's
even
been
more
put into it.
Yeah, and I cannot afford over $1 million. Who do you think I am, people?
Well, you're not Joe fucking Vitale.
Yeah, so I'm like,
even he doesn't have that kind of money.
Also, I heard that Jason wanted it too, so I'm like, I don't know. I feel like there's some prior people that I feel like deserve it. Like, I think Jason would do a good job with it. Me, I just can't afford something like that. I'm not rich. So,
it is a beautiful home. It really is. The land is absolutely beautiful, but it just comes back to ownership, and it's a shame.
I mean, this may or may not be a popular opinion, but Norma Sutcliffe is the hero to this story with what she did to the house. She brought it back to its true colonial state. She really made it look like a beautiful colonial home. You know, she did an amazing job with running the farm there and how it looked. It is what it is today because of the 30 years that it was with her. So ownership does make a difference.
I hope she is lurking, the bearded raven. I hope so.
I
Pay
doubt
attention here. Let logic enter your brain for once.
But like I said, when we first went there, even the second time and third time, under Jen and Corey, they were awesome. Although I know Corey wanted to kill Matt a couple times, but
we need the DVR footage. I'm like, dude, it's 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah. And I told that, I'm like, Matt, don't go in there. They're trying to sleep.
Wait,
Well, no,
did I do that?
in,
I don't remember
he
that.
literally-
Oh my
he
god, dude!
literally
I was like,
barges in.
I'm gonna fucking kill him.
Hey, you guys! I mean, like, you could have walked in on something that you wouldn't have wanted to walk in on.
Yeah, look at
No
this. You
shit
ain't gonna want to
given.
walk on.
Because I have it on
Dude,
video
do not get me
of me
wrong.
asking.
Just seeing Billy's reaction to the rocking chair, even though it was thrown out.
It's
So-
so. Here's the thing.
Hey,
Here's the thing about that, Corey. I have video of me asking you, and it was daylight when I was asking about the DVR.
No, it was the night
The
before.
second time, the last night, which I don't think I thought that was still in the morning. It was like 6 in the morning or something like that. I don't know. It was a long time ago. But anyway, the DVR. Too bad we not too bad. We debunked the chair footage.
Which is,
it is what it is.
right. It didn't take anything away from the house.
No.
And it wasn't like, oh my God, so over the top or anything like that. I mean, everything that we did there was just try to have an experience. Let's see what happens.
Air Force One says I had to send this $2 to you.
Thank you, Air Force One.
We'll do Air Force One.
Awesome.
There's a link in the description box if you guys want to donate to Brian's GoFundMe to help out his situation. Because of her putting him in this situation.
Mel, is the house really haunted? We even in the documentary, we didn't flat out say, "Oh, it's ghosts." We just said, basically, there is something going on. We just don't know what it is. And
There's definitely some going on. There's already so much footage of objects being moved there. That's very intriguing to me. And I trust Corey when it comes to that footage. So yeah, I think it's very intriguing for sure.
And ultimately we wanted people to make up your own mind. Whatever you want to believe, that's fine. None of us are going to argue with that. We're not just going to be like one way or another. We're going to leave it open because
You're in the perfect position, side eye. Okay, when he has his face like this, it actually looks like he's giving you the side eye 100%. Right there, perfect.
he's all laying back, all sexy and shit, right? Look at him.
He's judging us 24/7, guys. Okay.
What's up? What's up, side eye guy? How you doing? Huh?
Hi.
Sorry, keep going.
Brian, how are you, mate?
He said Brian.
Oh, I'm doing well. I mean, as well as one could be expected, but I'm definitely appreciative of everyone's support. That is literally what's helping me get through this.
Can I ask, how long have you been working at the Conjuring House for?
Total, I was there with Ghost Hunt USA back in 2021. I transitioned over when Jacqueline purchased the property in 2022. And then as full-time, it was from this past May 20th right up until July 19th, this past Friday.
That's so long. So how many... I'm sorry, I've just got some questions for Brian that I'd love to have answered, if that's okay.
I will be right back. Side eye guy is just going to take this shit over now.
Sure, go ahead.
He's being interrogated.
But how many people that you're aware of? How many people are currently like still? How many staff members does Jacqueline have?
As of right now, I don't think she has any. I know a bunch of people left this evening with what's been going on with me.
Yeah, I've heard.
guys.
I'm not sure how much of this we can really talk about because you know I obviously have none of the facts. I've heard that there's a lot going on at the Conjuring House this evening today. It's been a lot of drama from what I've heard. Like even more so after your stuff. It's like it just keeps spiraling over there.
And,
like it's just.
And as crazy as this sounds, it's a typical Monday at the Conjuring House.
God, thank God we didn't get any because we got we got no drama when we were there.
Oh, I know. She wasn't around then, actually.
You know, if Corey, if everyone and Brian, if those people have left and they want to tell their story, they could always come on here if they're, up to it.
Oh, absolutely. And I'll be talking to them later on tonight too to see how they're doing and what kind of situation they had with the owner.
So how often is like for at least for evenings, for overnight, should I say, or like private events? How often does the Conjuring House get booked?
Oh, it's booked right out. Mondays and Sunday and Monday nights are usually when they have a lot of and on Tuesday nights when they have different things going on as far as people taking over the house. And then the rest of the week is our events with investigations, go all night events and things like that.
So how on earth is she going to keep this up if she just keeps doing this to her staff? I just don't understand.
We're hoping she can't.
And that's the goal. I really think the house right now, to be honest with you, needs to be shut down out of the safety of everyone involved because she fired me because someone who died in 1839 told her I stole money. What if this 1839 voice, I'm not even going to disrespect the person by saying his name anymore. What if this 1839 voice actually tells her to do something more horrible?
I mean,
sound effect and everything.
Sadly, with everything we've seen, that could well be a very real possibility.
And that's the problem. It's like anytime there's a possibility, there needs to be some form of action. And that's why we're doing this. And that's why I felt it was important for me to step the hell out of my comfort zone and talk about this today and post it because the true be-all, end-all is I do need help. And whatever I get is going to be truly appreciated. But on top of that, I don't want to see anyone get hurt.
Yeah,
I agree. There's just things can get probably worse, and not saying that it will, just it can. Oh, I will say it will get a lot more drama for sure.
Oh, definitely.
Just because of the type of individual this person is, but hopefully it doesn't go that far. Oh wow. Oh my God. Thank you so much.
Oh, Mel, thank you so much.
Mel.
Good job, Mel.
I think that was on that was on Joe's channel. So Joe doesn't even know.
Oh no, Joe.
Well, Joe, just too bad, Joe. He's going to be surprised later. No, I was kidding. We'll wait until he gets here.
So, how are things? As daft a question this might be, Brian. How are things left right now? Obviously bad, but like, how were things left with Jacqueline? You just walked away, and is she still in contact with you?
Yeah. What happened? The story goes when she came, she was fine in the morning. The night before, she literally sent me a text saying, "I love you and I appreciate everything that you do."
Yeah, I have that too, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ! All right.
And then Friday morning at 1:00, after watching me all morning do all the set everything up for the camping for the night, I literally scrubbed the house top to bottom, me and a couple other staff members all week long. 1:00, she gets this gazed look on her face, looking forward, and accuses staff first of stealing from the cash box. Then she walked away out the gift shop and went to where the gravesite, or the potential gravesite is, and sat by the tent. So I go out there to confront her on it and explain there's video. If you're concerned, we can look at it. And she put her hand out and said to me, I'm talking to John Arnold and the other voices in my head, and they told me that you stole $1,000 from me and you need to pay it back to me now. And I did my thing with, how dare you do this and say that? I've never been accused of stealing my whole life, blah, blah, blah. And she just wasn't even hearing me. She just got up looking blankly away and walked into the backyard. And I walked around front to my vehicle, and she met me out there screaming to get off the property. And then finally, when I asked for my 5 weeks of pay that she owed me, she refused it.
Joe, Mel gave you $100, by the way.
Oh, Jesus. Holy crap, Mel. Holy crap. Thank you.
And also, this is how much has been donated to Brian's GoFundMe.
I'm going to get on there too.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much.
That's awesome of you guys.
That's awesome.
We are
67 donations. 67
from the
donations.
bottom of my heart. I truly appreciate it.
And then let's show the message that was said all before this. Literally 180 flip here.
Yeah. This was literally 6 o'clock at night.
Yeah. I am purposely cutting out the name for legality reasons. But you know who it is.
Brian, do you mind if we ask, in the text correspondence you've had with Jacqueline, does she say a lot of what you said to me before, is that in writing? Does she say in writing, hey, the spirits told me you've done X, Y, Z?
Yes. Yes. I'll show you that right now.
And does she also say in there that, because she hasn't paid you 9?
Yeah.
Right there. By the way, voices in one's head, skills. You're pathetic, and it underscores that I made the right.
That's the wrong text.
That's the voices part, though.
But
that's
still, that was classic.
But that's what involves voice. Because that's the first time she mentioned voices. There's another text.
Scroll up to the top of that, Matt.
Yeah.
What is it? So you stole $3,000 from the Conjuring House.
This was a comment she put on my GoFundMe page.
Yeah, this is on the GoFundMe page. And so this isn't the private text, but this is the only one that she mentions voices in her head. The other one doesn't mention the voices in her head. This one does, though. I can show that one, though.
Does she also does she say in her own words that she's not paying you? Like, does she?
Yeah. There's a text that he's going to pull up where she commits to the fact that John Arnold actually told her that in her head that I stole this money from her. And I actually, in text, made sure to make her clarify that. So this is the text that we talk about.
Okay. It says, Brian, John Arnold of the Conjuring House is who told me about your betrayal of me and my business. If you slander me or the Conjuring House, I will go public with the evidence that I have of how exactly you betrayed me. The evidence that she has. What evidence? Because all she's saying is voices in her head.
Exactly.
And so don't you ever contact any of the staff. You are no longer part of this business and are not entitled to any pay since John Arnold informed me that you have stolen over $3,000 from the cash box. And this is the funny part. John Arnold told you? The man who died in the 1800s? And then she clarifies, yes, Brian. Spirits communicate with us here, okay?
Let's not mock her too much. No.
I love it though. Come on, I'm acting here.
Opportunity $100,000 a year because of my generosity. Your ego became okay. So this is the thing. So I'm no lawyer by any means. I'm an idiot who wears a mask on my face. But what I don't understand about this, like in this text alone, she outright admits that the reason why she's accusing you of this crime is because a ghost told her And she says there that where is it? She says she won't pay you. Did she say that was in that?
Yeah, she literally says she won't pay me.
In her own writing, she's saying that she's withholding money for you, so she can't then call you a volunteer. She can't claim any of those things. She's one, admitting that she's accusing this crime because of a ghost, and two, she's outright saying that she's withholding money from you.
Yeah.
So that in itself, surely that will never stand up in any court anywhere.
Exactly.
Anywhere in the world. Doesn't matter what. I don't know what the laws in America are. I don't even barely know what laws are anywhere in the world. But like that doesn't. Surely a lawyer will be looking at that, going, "Well, this is an open shut case. This is easy."
This is the part right here.
It's in her own words.
And are not entitled to pay any since John Arnold. What? Since John Arnold, of course, is the what's called as witness to stand, please. To the court, please.
Out comes the Ouija board.
Person. Yeah, out comes the Ouija board.
And that's the insanity of it. Now, if you go over and you look at the literal comment that she wrote on my GoFundMe page or on my Facebook post for my GoFundMe page, it's absolutely horrible.
So yeah, GoFundMe one I'm looking for. Okay, there.
So what was that picture?
That was a thumbnail to another image. Okay, sorry.
Trying to look like Schwarzenegger out of Predator or something. What the hell?
That's Matt for you.
Hey,
this is literally on my as a comment.
Yeah. So this
Joe, make sure that did you see Morning Rain there with the gifted?
I did. We were kind of talking and stuff like that. Again, thank you, Sky. Morning Rain, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And somebody looks like became a member, and it's not. Oh, there we go. Pepper became a member. I'm about to sneeze there. Jeez. And Mel, again, thank you. I appreciate that. I can't throw anything up on screen.
20 gifted members. It says Morning Rain on starred. Hold on. I got it. Yep. Morning Rain. Sorry, I was on the other. I can't. Okay, now it shows it. 20 gifted members for Morning Rain. That's awesome. And it doesn't show. Sorry, guys, because I only have my YouTube chat open. I don't have Joe's YouTube chat open. So when I'm sharing screen, I cannot see these things. So I don't have Joe's YouTube chat open. And maybe I can use my other screen for Joe's chat. But because this is streaming on 2 different YouTube channels right now. On mine and Joe's.
Did you sign the social media agreement for that?
Thank
you. I know, right? God damn it.
Because are you streaming on yours, Seg?
No.
I think if he wants, he can. I think all of you can.
Yeah, all of you can stream on your guys' channels if you want.
Oh, and she no longer bans Ouija boards or any of that at the Conjuring House. She actually explained that to staff that we should not be not allowing any type of Ouija board with the guests if they want to do it, so long as they know how to open and close sessions.
When did she stop letting them do it?
She started pushing that back in May, and I never enforced it, and I still tell people no. She doesn't even know that I don't allow it still, but that was her directive to me. They're allowed to do it so long as they...
You know why, guys? It needs to come from her head, not the Ouija board, okay?
Easy, what was it her that requested that we don't wander around outside?
Yes, and that was for that week. I mean, I'm not joking when I say that this would change week to week, day to day. It didn't matter about who was there; it just a matter about who was telling me not to do it. To be honest with you, so that was at a point in time when she was discouraging people from going outside because she didn't want him to fall, and the neighbors, and the reasons I told you then. And then after that, it was fine again to let people to wander outside. It literally went back and forth for like a month, week to week, day to day.
Right.
Interesting.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, that's nuts.
I am so speechless about a lot of this. Where I worry is from what I've been hearing, especially like even the crazy thing, Brian. This has all just happened to you, and there's been more crazy shit since what's happened to you.
Yeah.
It's not stopping. It's spiraling so far to the point where I'm like, something.
Like,
I don't
I don't
see
even
how
know
this
the
could have went
new
nicely. This is just going insane.
It really is.
Aaron, I believe I think she was a staff member. Aaron Bush.
Yep.
Yeah, staff member. Yeah, she said basically rules changed all the time.
Well, Dawn said that you proposed horribly, apparently. Just kidding. I'm joking. You proposed in the woods, damn it. How dare you, Joe?
Well, we weren't allowed to go out there because the neighbors.
Right by the bridge, that would have been romantic.
I just find it. There was probably like a waiver something added into the waiver that you got to pay an extra fee next time someone proposes at the Conjuring House.
Yeah.
After you.
There are going to be fees on everything, okay?
Yeah.
Wait, you did a proposal here? That's an extra $500. Okay.
I think it was actually Aaron that I was talking back and forth with through the email.
She was the admin person.
Yeah,
Okay.
Aaron had set you up with that. We all did a great job, and we're literally, we say it, but it's the truth. We really are family. We really did so much for each other and so much for the house, and it's like to see any one of us suffer is just been horrible. That was me.
That was her.
Yeah, pretty bad.
All right.
Doing. So this is what we're trying to send the message out, guys. Stop paying for going to visit this place for right now. We want the business to end so we can get a better owner for the place. You have to be forced to sell it because he's not making any money anymore. And that's basically what the boycott is about, to literally just make it to where this place can have a better owner again. And then you guys can support it again. And so other people are not being taken advantage of. That's the main point. Stop letting her take advantage of other people, because she's going to keep doing it. The more and more people go to this place and keeps the business running, because then maybe she's going to hire someone that doesn't know about what's going on right now. She's going to hire some random new person, doesn't know anything that's going on.
Yeah.
And then being taken advantage of. So
there's always going to be somebody that wants to fill in those shoes because you're working at the Conjuring House.
Yeah. And that's the manipulation tool that she uses. That's her go-to manipulation. She just literally, it's all about the house. And she'll find people to do it. And unfortunately, it's going to be a whole nother set of victims.
Brian was there when I quit.
Yeah, I was.
There was a shouting match, and I was like, you know what? I quit. I walked out, and I was like, good luck finding somebody to fill my spot, because you're talking about somebody that can take a week out of their life and deal with all that bullshit.
For $5.92 an hour, the minimum wage in Rhode Island is $14 an hour. For 1 week there, to live there, to sleep there, you must stay on that property. You can't even go to Dunkin' Donuts. You get paid $1,000 for that week. That's what a caretaker makes. So we're getting paid $5.92 an hour to be there for a full week and not even able to get in our car and go to Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah. Jesus. Raven, no, nobody was upset that we were investigating. However, conveniently, when we left the Conjuring House, there was something posted. I don't remember what it was. And then I was getting messages, what did you guys do? Why is this posted? I'm like, I don't know.
Why? What got posted?
I don't, you know what? I don't remember what it was, but it was posted like an hour or something like that, or a couple of hours after.
It was. I believe it was Jacqueline's post about defending Cody Satori. I think that's what it was.
Yeah, I believe that might what it actually was, And that was just coincidental, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Because no one even knows when she's going to post. So it's not like she meets with any one of us and there's a narrative. Quite literally, your phone goes off, like, oh my God, Jacqueline posted. And then you got to worry about what you're going to read.
right. Josh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, so I mean, a lot of people thought it had something to do with us. I'm like, how the hell would that have anything to do with us? We didn't do anything. That's just
We
a
paid the
coincidence.
$2,200.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I got like two questions I really need answered as well. I would like answered. Sorry. One is like, how early on did you start seeing the red flags with Jack? Maybe Corey had an idea with that. Like, was it like straight away, or is this like a gradual thing that just got worse and worse?
I have asked him that question already, but go for it.
No, I mean, it was, honestly, it was a gradual thing. I mean, November of this past year was kind of like where it was like everybody was having a hard time getting a hold of her. And, you know, it was an excuse after an excuse after an excuse and stuff. People weren't getting paid, stuff like that. Things were going wrong with the house. And it's like, you know, if you don't take care of the house, you know, you're not taking care, you know, so, you know, those red flags. And then finally, you know, it came down time to where, you know, there was an incident that happened that I'm not going to get into details about, but.
There's a question from Jason Hawes.
Yes, I can answer that. I'd love to answer that. So yes, Jason, she did tell me to tell the rest of the staff and for me not to watch the show. And obviously I never passed the word off to the staff, and I absolutely watched it.
You're going to tell them not to do something. They're going to.
Dude, she would seriously ask Brian.
Yeah.
She would watch them like hawks.
Yes.
To make sure who you talking to, who you talking to, who you talking to.
Hey, guess what? I'm pretty sure she's watching right now, guys.
I hope she is.
Me too.
This is for you. This is for you.
Since Friday, when she fired me, the house staff went on lockdown. They couldn't use their phones. She was watching them. If one of the caretakers went to call their mother, she would be asking, who you calling and how long are you going to be? She would not let them text me or contact me. She was actively policing that the whole weekend long.
Holy shit.
You can't make this shit up, man. I'm telling you.
I know. That's what I was saying too. I mean, you can't make this shit up. Like, you can't even make this shit up for a movie.
It'll make a good movie.
I was just informed that it has now reached over $3,000.
Oh, guys, thank you so much. So appreciated.
By the way, guys, again, the link is in the description box. If you guys are actually, I don't know if it is on yours. Is it, Joe?
It is, and I have
on mine.
It is. Okay. I have been posting it on in the chat as well. So it's in my description and it's being posted in chat. Yeah. And rather than honestly, rather than donating to me, guys, please just whatever you're going to donate, send it to Brian.
Oh, Joe, thank you. I appreciate that.
Brian, I've got one more question. I just need to ask you.
Sure.
I don't think I asked this when we met you in the Conjuring House. Where is your accent? Is that New York?
I know it's New England. I actually live on.
I would never guess that.
Fall River, but it's like that Boston, New England accent.
Right, I can't. I don't think I can really. I know there's a difference between Boston and New York, but I can't tell the difference.
Yard.
Josh wants to know: has anyone reported her to the Department of Labor?
Yes, I do have. Today was for me doing this and then getting my ducks in a row with the Department of Labor and such. So I do have a contact name that a super close friend of mine gave me tonight that I'm going to be reaching out to tomorrow. And everything that I've already heard about what she's proposed is amazing to me as far as what potentially avenues I'll be able to go down.
I think everyone involved who walked away should also do the same. You know, more power in numbers kind of thing.
I just quickly added, have we got Kevin here in the chat?
Kevin.
I saw earlier some people said hi, Kevin. If it's the Kevin I'm thinking, you may very much want to have him on this live stream.
Okay, Kevin, come on here. I
would
need to.
love to have Kevin.
Who has a personal contact with him? Kevin, because I can send the link to that.
Is it the Kevin that?
I believe so.
That worked there.
The Kevin that's in it.
Kevin that's had like a very, very busy night.
Yes, Kevin is here.
Kevin, do you wanna? This ain't all weird.
Don't creep people out, man.
I want to creep him out. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Kevin, mate, if you're here, if you're still here, can you just give us a shout? And if you would like to join, and if you're, I don't know where you're at with this, but Kevin, if you're able to tell us some things that maybe have happened lately,
Well,
by
Kevin,
all means, do so. But like, you don't have to, of course.
So Kevin just texted me saying that I can feel free to mention what happened to him tonight.
Okay.
So if you guys
Jesus,
want to hear a story,
Strap yourselves in, guys.
all right, buckle up. It's going to be a hard one.
Oh,
So you
damn,
said
I ain't
that-
got no
get-
popcorn.
Dude, it don't get, dude.
Oh my
Put your
God!
pee pants on because
So-
you're gonna freaking laugh.
Here we go.
This comes from Kevin, who's been caretaker at the Conjuring House all weekend long until tonight, when he finally felt afraid enough to leave and abandon his post, leaving it for Jacqueline to get her ass back there to deal with the guests that were going to be there for the overnight. And this all stems from what started yesterday. So during the afternoon tours yesterday, Jacqueline had come in initially when they just finished off, saying that as of 5 p.m. yesterday, she was going to be leaving the Conjuring House for the very last time, that she was going into the witness protection program because she and the house and the staff have all been under attack. She then packed everything up and she left the bags there, but she went for a walk in the woods in that spaced out look that she gets. A little while later, she came back and she told Kevin and this other employee, who I won't name right now out of respect, that they need to listen to what she's got to say, that she has been out in the woods, that the squirrels, all of nature, the frogs, the birds, everyone speaks to her. And they tell her that she is the truth giver and the truth keeper, that she's been solving codes since she was 7 years old. And for them, if they want to stay in a house right now, they have to look at her and say, Jacqueline, you are the truth keeper. And she made each one do that.
Oh my God!
It gets worse. That's just the beginning. So around 6 o'clock at night, I don't have the time down exactly because Kevin and I were talking about it on the telephone. However, she took a bag, she put her cat inside of a cat carrier, and she took her dog, and she stood on Round Top Road by the driveway from 6 p.m. until midnight. At midnight, she walks back into the house. Kevin had fallen asleep by then, and he hears the door open with the silverware and the water running. So he gets up alarmed because of what he's been experiencing with her, and she starts yelling at him that he's on his computer, he's playing games, he's part of it. Pack your bags and get the fuck, out of the house.
Oh, you're good.
No, you could cuss.
He literally packed up and he left. So he's 40 minutes away from the house, driving back to New Jersey, and she calls him up crying and begging that he needs to come back. She can't do this all without him. Now, for those of you guys that know Kevin, Kevin is an amazing human being with a huge heart. He turned around and he went back to the house and continued on with all of that. Finally today, after her watching him and him feeling worse and worse about the situation and everything else, he talked to me and he's like, I gotta leave. And he talked to a couple of other family members and he actually left the house.
Damn. Well. Kooky. Lots of kookiness there. Whew.
I mean, I've
this
heard
person
other
ever
things.
on medication and this person off of it.
And that's the thing. I mean, it has to be. No one really knows, but you can imagine how it must feel actually being there in that presence for any amount of time. It's really exhausting. I mean, the house energy does wear on you, no doubt about it. Corey has an absolute point about that, but her energy is so much worse.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It really shows in the comments she makes on an actual business Facebook page. If you read that big ass statement she had on her own business Facebook page, you can kind of tell which one's being the less professional one here.
And none of us had control over our names being on that page. It's not like we said, yeah, Jacqueline, let's do that. Nope, we had no control. She did what she wanted to do. A couple of people afterwards got her to remove it by pleading, but that was it.
Let's just say I've heard things about this. I don't know if that's public or not. Joe.
But it's like,
I mean, I've heard things too. That's all I'm saying. Like,
yeah,
What
I
is the
don't want
likelihood? Like maybe Corey, Brian, you may have some sort of idea on this. Like realistically, given how the relationship she believes she has with the house, what is the likelihood that she actually would ever sell it?
I could only see her selling it if she gets into dire financial things, because I'll be honest with you, she's the way she is and the way she is about that, what she feels to be her psychic connection to the land, that she would burn that house down before she sold it.
Funny you should say that. I'm really worried that
We all are.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but bollocks to it. I'm going to say it. I'm going to that's my prediction. If that ever happens, I'm predicting it now. One day it'll be all over online. The Conjuring House is on fire.
God,
I
dude, that's what I said. That's what I said earlier to somebody, and I wasn't even going to mention it. Oh.
Yeah, I know. I might put it this way: if anyone gets in trouble for that, it could just be me. That's my opinions and my opinions alone.
Why
You're
would you
working on your
for it? It's
psychic
not like
abilities? Is that what it is?
it's not like you're saying that she's going to do it. You're just saying.
No, what I'm saying is that I'm going to go through it to make sure that it
maybe.
definitely happens.
But like everything else,
On
if there's
record.
potential, there should be concern.
See, because that's my fear too. Because I'll just leave it at that.
I mean, it would be a very, very bad move, because there's given everything that's so well documented now, there is no insurance company will pay out for that.
No, especially after all of that we've seen. Like, we're sharing our stories, but we're being very cautious about not overstepping our boundaries and saying, here's the true story of everything we saw and all the conversations we've seen and had, because it's mind-boggling and it's exhausting to even talk about.
Yeah.
Well, there you got it. She told me, as long as I'm alive, no one, I will own this house. I am never selling.
Sounds like her.
Yeah,
I
totally see that.
Look at the way she got the house. She honestly thought she was entitled to it.
Yeah. Apparently.
But that's what she does, and that's one of the things I really wanted to really let people see in my video. It's like, she knows what she has for pockets. Who knows how deep they are now? I highly doubt they're very deep, but who knows? But the reality of it is, she can bury me. She can bury Corey and Jen. She can bury Cody and Satori, because all she needs to do is just keep having to make us pay out. It's insane that she's got such control in such a way. And that's what we're all trying to fight for now. Like, no, you don't. You don't anymore.
Oh my gosh, Jen. No, we're not going that far, Jen.
But no, I tell you what, Julie R., she says, I'm afraid she's going to harm herself or others. And yeah, we definitely don't want her to harm herself or anyone.
No.
And I mean, we may be kind of like popping off some jokes here and there or whatever about it, but no, seriously, the last thing that we would want is for her to harm herself or someone else. And
A lot of
what
this stuff.
what can you do though?
Yeah.
And
Like,
the thing is,
genuinely, for her own sake, if not anyone else's, sell the place, make a pretty penny, and go and enjoy your retirement. Like,
Right.
And look up, take care of yourself, because this is causing you so much distress. And it's not. I don't see it getting any better. So really, just look after yourself.
and that's
Yeah.
a big part of it too. It's like I saw a human being that's suffering because I saw it happen in previous episodes that I'm not going to get into here. And so part of me going on board with her crying and really, really pushing it and asking me and begging me at times was the fact that this is a hurting human being. Maybe because I was a paramedic for 30 years, maybe there's a potential I can help. And that did not work out to the way I expected it would.
So she claims she was what is the Rhode Island bar? I don't know what that is.
Practicing law.
Right,
Oh.
she's not a practicing lawyer. She's lawyer trained, but it was the Massachusetts real estate law that I believe she practiced.
Oh well, I don't know about that because she seems to have like really shot herself in the foot here from everything she's saying. Okay, I don't know. We'll see. But
honestly, someone hit it right. Ego can be people's biggest downfall if you get that much of an ego.
Definitely.
So are you, Brian, I'm not sure if you can answer this, but are you going to take her to court for the wages she owes you?
Oh, I'm definitely going to the Department of Labor tomorrow, and I'm going to be finding out, hopefully by the afternoon, a lot of my other potential avenues that I can go down. But I'm not taking it laying down, and I'm definitely not going to let her keep my $9,000. No, not at all.
You should get more.
Yeah,
from the legal aspect. Just saying, you should be getting more than that. Anyway, so Jason Hawes. Wait, I missed it. God damn it.
And Jason's
she's from Boston.
Yeah, she's from Boston.
But Jason's right. Her two LLCs that she has, Balefire is one of them, and Wonder Group, the Boston-based one, as the second one. They really do need to be looked at because what are we going to scratch under that service? What has Wonder Group LLC been doing, and what has happened with them? And Balefire, look at the stuff that's going on here. Is there anything else that she's involved in other places with that same company?
So I just want to say this to Cody and Satori right here. I believe you can still say these things because we already have the evidence for a lot of the things that was already claimed. So I'm pretty sure people can make that assumption that you're telling the truth. So,
well, I think it's more about protecting themselves and others.
In legality reasons.
Yeah, things like that. Yeah.
Yeah. True.
All of this is really about that. It's like the threats and it's an abusive relationship. Like quite literally, we're all survivors of this really screwed up paranormal abusive relationship. And it wasn't spirits.
John Huntington just went live on Facebook with his thoughts. IRS would love this. The IRS would love this. Yes, Exploring Harleys, keep posting your link. So if you guys, the new people are coming in, because there's a lot of people coming in. There's 262 people watching from both of our channels. And so it said this is his GoFundMe for his financial issues at this moment because she did not pay him for the whole situation where he was supposed to be paid multiple times by her but hasn't. And so he's going through some financial issues. So if you guys want to help out, that is the GoFundMe link. And yeah, you guys have already helped out a lot. Like, let's see real quick.
So much so. I appreciate it.
Right now it's at $3,082. 71 donations. Thank you so much for everyone that has donated.
Very much so.
Let's see here. I'm just kind of looking through chat here real quick.
It's also in the description box, by the way. That was like one of the main things I wanted to do was try and help you out with that when you're on.
I appreciate it so much so.
No problem.
Right. If you need something, definitely let us know. We'll do our best.
Oh yeah, and you guys are doing it right now. Just giving me this platform and everyone's support. The community, the paranormal community, I can't say how supportive they've been. The money's awesome, but the kind words are really so comforting for me as well. I appreciate everyone that's reached out, all the people that friend requested me today, and the messages that I got has been just amazing for me. That has been really helping me through this tough time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate you coming on here and getting things out there, giving you a platform to speak. I'm just kind of going through chat here real quick. We're at the 2-hour mark here. Matt, Michael, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Do you want to go ahead here? End it, and then if you guys want to stay on after it ends and just shoot the shit or whatever, that's cool. Or if you guys got something better to do, and I hope to God you do, rather than talking to us, you guys can jump off.
All right, thank you guys very much for everything.
Is there anything that you want to say before signing off, Brian or Corey?
Corey?
Oh, go ahead, Brian. This is your show, not mine, man.
Honestly, as I said earlier, I just really want to thank everyone for all of their support, the support that you're giving me, and the love that's being shown to me. I can't stress enough how wonderful it is, and it's really helping me through all this. And you guys for coming out and supporting me and bringing me on this show, I really, really, truly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart.
No problem. And also, everyone, use that hashtag boycott. Yep. Hashtag boycott Conjuring House. Okay, so everyone knows what's going on here. They'll find sources.
Definitely.
It's one thing to comment, and I appreciate that. Share the hell out of the post. Get it out there. Let everyone see the real truth and understand that everything that I'm saying, you guys saw it tonight. I have proof that it's all true.
Yeah, so do a lot of other people as well.
Exactly.
They got the receipts, that's for damn sure.
They have the receipts here, guys. It's pretty obvious what's going on here. And hopefully some of those stories that other people have that aren't out there because they don't have proof, I think maybe later down the line they could maybe say them, and it'll be you guys need to be more informed of what's been going on, hopefully. So yeah, like this Josh says, truth is important.
Yes.
As a documentary filmmaker, that has always been something that I've always strived for. Always the truth, no matter what. So, and as even for paranormal investigators out there, that's what they should always be striving for, is the truth. So that's what we're doing here, trying to get some justice for Brian and the others that were affected by this whole situation.
And hopefully the owner can get the help needed.
Yeah.
Yep, and everyone stays safe. That's my biggest hope is that everyone at the house stays safe.
Yes. Yep, all those hashtags in there. Seeing all these hashtags. Hashtag boycott the Conjuring House. Yep. Put that everywhere, guys. And I'm going to end it now. Thank you so much for joining us. And thank you so much for sharing your guys' story. And stay in the fight, guys.
Absolutely.
In the fight.
I'm in it.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Good night.
Awkward ending.